Have you ever noticed how some of the most talented people suddenly fall from grace? What if I told you there's a silent enemy responsible for many of these downfalls? It's not a lack of skill or opportunity, it's pride. Pride is dangerous because it rarely announces itself. It starts quietly, with a simple feeling that you're a little better than others, a belief that you no longer need advice, a thought that your success came from your power alone. The Bible repeatedly warns about this silent enemy. It says, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Throughout history, powerful kings, warriors, and even spiritual leaders fell, not because they lacked strength, but because pride blinded them. Let's explore some powerful biblical stories that reveal the destructive consequences of pride. Our first story takes us to the mighty empire of Babylon and its ruler, the most powerful man on earth, Nebuchadnezzar II. He built magnificent cities, towering temples, and incredible gardens. One day, walking through his palace, he said proudly, "Is not this the great Babylon I have built by my mighty power and for the glory of my majesty?" At that very moment, a voice from heaven declared judgment. Because of his pride, Nebuchadnezzar would lose his mind. The mighty king was driven from his palace and lived in the wilderness. He ate grass like an animal, his hair grew like eagle feathers, and his nails became like claws. For 7 years, the king who ruled nations lived like a beast. Only when he humbled himself before God did his sanity return. The lesson was clear: God can lift the humble, but he humbles the proud. Next, we meet a king who started his journey with humility. Saul. When he first became king, he was shy and unsure of himself, but power slowly changed him. Instead of trusting God, Saul began trusting his own judgment. In a moment of pride, he disobeyed God's command and offered a sacrifice that only priests were allowed to perform. The prophet Samuel confronted him and declared something heartbreaking: "Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you as king." Saul's pride cost him his kingdom. The crown was removed, and a young man named David would eventually replace him. But pride doesn't only affect kings, sometimes it appears in people who genuinely love God. One of Jesus' closest followers was Peter the Apostle. Peter was bold and passionate. But one night, before Jesus' arrest, Peter proudly declared, "Even if everyone else falls away, I never will." Jesus responded with a warning: "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter couldn't imagine it, but later that night, gripped by fear, Peter denied knowing Jesus not once, not twice, but 3 times. The moment the rooster crowed, Peter realized what he had done. His pride had led him to overestimate his own strength, and he wept bitterly. Yet, unlike others, Peter learned humility from his failure, and God later used him to lead the early church. One of the earliest examples of pride happened when humanity tried to build a monument to their own greatness. After the flood, people gathered and said, "Let us build a city and a tower that reaches the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves." This project became known as the Tower of Babel. Their goal was not to honor God, but to glorify themselves, so God confused their languages. Suddenly, workers could no longer understand one another. Construction stopped, the tower remained unfinished. Pride had tried to reach heaven, but it failed. These stories of Nebuchadnezzar, Saul, Peter, and the builders of Babel reveal powerful truths. Pride blinds people to reality. It leads to disobedience, it creates false confidence, and it divides people. So what's the cure? The Bible gives a clear solution: humility. Jesus taught something revolutionary: whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Humility recognizes that every gift, talent, and success comes from God. It keeps our hearts teachable and protects us from the destructive path of pride. Pride has toppled kings, destroyed nations, and broken lives. But humility has lifted the weak, restored the fallen, and brought people closer to God. The difference between a fall and a rise often lies in one choice. Will we trust in our own greatness or acknowledge our need for God? Pride may raise you high for a moment, but humility is what keeps you standing for a lifetime. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.